Playing Gran Turismo as a kid got me into the whole Jap car scene. I think the whole thing of you could pick a Skyline on the game and tune it to 1,000 horsepower, which is something in the public eye back then wasn't such a big thing. Did that through school, and then as I left school, went for job interviews, decided to become a car mechanic. Got offered a job at my local Honda garage. Got accepted there, so it went from there really. The first day I was there, the service manager said to the guys working with, here's a tenner, go put some fuel in your core Type R, take him out on it. From that point on really it was love for Hondas.
Most of my associates and friends I've met through the car scene, just pitching up at club meets or pitching up at a meet I've never been to before and then getting people chatting. There's nothing like opening a bonnet and then a load of people rushing around and going, "Ooh, what's that, what's this, what's that?" And then you get to take down names, copy numbers, you know, Facebook, the enthusiast scene on the forums and stuff. And that's how you get around really. You know, I know people all over the world just simply because I own a Honda. The Honda culture scene, since I've been in it, I've seen the last 10 years evolve, basically. And then I've seen the last 3 years things going mad, especially when the K-swap started. But even before that, boost scene's been coming up on Hondas really fast as well, and high comp and A scenes as well has been coming up. And the Honda scene in the UK does follow the American scene, and we are a few years behind, but it is evolving very fast here. The enthusiast scene of meeting up definitely has got more popular. A lot of people meet up in local car parks or local industrial estates, not to cause trouble, just to generally socialise, look at each other's rides, give advice. That's getting more popular. Annually now, several times a year, they're having very large meets, South Mims. You know, Standard are putting on a lot more Japanese stuff lately as well, so people are meeting down there. So the meets are getting more interesting too.
Obviously, when I started, you know, about 6-7 years ago, it was all about, you know, put your body kit on and big wheels and this and that, you know. And it's now gone from racer to, you know, clean look. You know, everyone's, you know, wants OEM body parts on their car, and it's changed in that sense. Though, you know, but it's still out there. You know, there's people still out there that want to put body kits on their cars.
Got back in a DC2 Integra Type R. Was absolutely amazed at what that car can do. The B18 was absolutely immense. The B16 project in the Civic was no longer, unfortunately. So from there on, it got the modding bug for me. The TEG project was originally intended to be just a supercharged B18, and then I wanted more. So taken out the B18 and put a K20 in. Most probably going to go for a stroke the K20 to most probably like a 2.1, 2.2. Do major head work with it and put a full race GT35 turbo kit on the vehicle.
This is my main project as of now. I did do a DC2 Integra Type R before this. Similar stuff, wheel suspension, didn't go too crazy on it, but had an accident in that. Wrote it off, done some pretty bad damage to the A-pillar, so effectively I had to find a car to replace it with. Had all the running gear from that, so bought the Type R shell and built it from there really. So yeah, it went further than I thought it was going to. I originally wasn't going to paint the car, I was just going to track prep it and have some fun in it, but it got to the point where I could do a cheap paint job and get it done. So yeah, it went a bit overboard, but I'm happy with how it came out. I stripped it bare shell, nothing on it, no suspension, no glass, everything. Wasn't going to put a cage in it originally. I was just going to take the motor out of my car, put it in, but got a cage for a good price. Again, a second-hand cage that someone didn't want, ready to weld in, so welded that in, got it painted, took the engine out of the Integra, and then rebuilt that. High compression pistons from a B16B, D2 coilovers, braces, arms. Yeah, it's been good. On my second set of wheels now, I had some Enki RPF 116s, which look good in Banzai in my magazine feature, but I've decided to go for 15-inch T37s with our 888s for track use, so hopefully next year I can go a bit mad on it and hopefully not break it, get it scarred up a bit.
My first project was 1991 JDM fully loaded Honda Prelude, 2.2 VTEC, everything from cruise control, traction control to heated memory seats. I bought it, I stripped it out, and I did a nitrous build first, and then after that I went boosted. I've been boosted for about 6 years now. The Prelude is being rebuilt, new shell, new chassis, stiffer mods. We're pushing for the 1,000 horsepower mark this year. Hopefully break the low 10-second barrier as a street-driven MOT taxed insured car. And I have a daily driver at the minute, which is a bit extreme as well. And that's a little Honda Civic EG with 250 NA lump with 100 shot of nitrous on it. Honda's a big part of my life in the fact that all the cars, even the family cars, my mum rides a Honda, my sister's got a Honda, I've got a Honda. But the car modifying scene, it was a hobby, it is now my business. You know, 90% of my life, my family are involved in it as well, so it's everything's there.
So we're not millionaires, you know, we run a company, you know, we're a small, we have to pay for the unit, we have to pay for tools, equipment. You know, we don't charge megabucks for the work we do. So.
And being 22 and 20, it's pure enthusiasm and passion.
Yeah, we'll never be millionaires, but we do it because we love it, don't we?
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
It's a really weird thing in the UK, yeah? It's not like America. America, we all try to build our cars for what we want to. But because UK is quite small, the community is a lot more close-knit. A lot of people knows everyone. And, you know, it's one of those things where we all help each other out and we all point each other in direction. And if, you know, you will always notice sometime on the forum and things like that, you know, someone sadly passed away. And, you know, the pass away is mourned by the whole forum, which many have not ever met each other in real life. But the feeling of loss is universal. So I say, honestly, the whole UK scene is much more close-knit, and it's really like family that even though you've never met the person, you don't know them, you will still feel for them.
One of the things that I'm quite grateful about being a Honda owner is the number of friends that I've been able to meet. You know, put aside friendship, it's a lot of nice people as well, downhearted, you know, very humble, good-hearted people.
You meet a lot of good people, it's kind of friendly. Anyone out there will offer advice, same as I'll try and help anyone I can. Meets are good, there's enough shows now. I mean, sort of back in the day there was only Jap Show at Pod and maybe Jap Fest at Castle Combe, but now there's such a wide array of shows. You can pretty much see and do anything now you want with your car at a show, a track day or whatever, so that's really good.
When I was building my Tech, we used to go up to High Wycombe. That's where my mate's workshop was. We used to use his warehouse, build our cars, and we were there pretty much every weekend, from Friday night till Sunday night, when we were ready to go back to work on Monday. But it was crazy hours, everybody, you know, rummaging around their pockets for change, trying to get some pizza, and just having a good laugh, really. It was a really good time.
And as sad as it sounds, it's become a way of life.
Yeah,
it's something you just do and you get involved with. And you know, when a Friday night comes along or a Saturday night, it's more like where are we all meeting?
Yeah.
As opposed to just going out to cinemas.
Back when I was in school, nothing really interested me at all. People were like, you know, what do you want to do? You have to go to college, you know. I was like, I just like cars, just like messing with cars. And then, well, I was actually into all the big modified scene, the max power, the fast car stuff. I love going to all the shows, and then I got a job as a mechanic, working on trucks. I hated it, I hated every day. And then luckily I got a job tuning cars at a local company, and it really went from there, you know. Just the passion of just building the race cars, building the street cars, just seeing how much power the Hondas could make really, really drove me into it. And, you know, I never looked back since then, really. I think if the cars seem to be going fast or seem to be racing, you know, for me, that's a style in itself. You know, if you've got a nice set of slicks or a really nice set of track wheels, and you know, you've got a big carbon spoiler, you know, and it's functional, I think that will never go out of fashion. I think that's what will always stay in fashion.
You know, at the end of the day, you only try to make yourself feel good. You know, you can go, oh, I've got some new wheels, I want to show them off to people and get some comments. You know, that's what it's about. It's about showing off. It's the fashion at the end of the day. That's what cars are about, especially when you come to styling. But no, I think in general, that's the way the scene's gone. It is constantly evolving. So who knows what's going to happen in a few years' time? It might totally change again.
The UK is starting to grow up a bit, and obviously, you know, with the internet and, you know, Honda Tech and everyone basically posting up all the, you know, all as everything that they do to their cars in the States, it's basically helping to grow the UK scene, and it's essentially making, you know, people, you know, doing, you know, engine bays, wire tucks, you know, H2B conversions.
Yeah, I think the future of the Honda scene's going to be pretty strong for everybody, with the guys that are in it, the guys that will come into it. I think there's a big thing with the Volkswagen scene, the Japanese car scene, and the Honda stuff. There's going to be guys that'll always switch. They'll go with what's cool at the time, what's not cool, and vice versa. But I think the people from the beginning have always had Hondas, always liked Hondas, always into their Hondas. They're going to be the guys that will stick around and keep pushing the game forward.
It's going to just get bigger, just like it has done for the last 6 years. It's not going to get any smaller. I think that the Honda scene is going to stay old school and not be as large as in the new Honda scenes. I think EP3 and backwards is where we're going to stay. We're not going to go anywhere forwards, because the older engines and the older Civics are more tunable. You can modify them better than the new Hondas. But I think the Honda scene is just going to keep increasing in popularity.
Taxes will go up, fuel will get more expensive, and yeah, cars will get faster, especially my car, because at the moment I'm pushing it with a blown engine.